So I'm walking back to the site where I want to put the greenhouse now, and it is partial shade right now. It's February, so we're limited on our sunlight, and I might have to do some pruning. And what I'm doing here is excavating by hand down into this clay. I want to make a structure that's probably 12 to 14 feet long and narrow. This is the only spot in the yard I had to work with, so contending with this big stump here. See how much longer I want to fight that before we just work around it. Otherwise, I'm looking at 8 to 10 feet wide on my structure, and I'm thinking here about placement of a thermal battery, which I've seen people using, digging down a couple feet, 4 feet, which I'm not going to get, and then running 4-inch corrugated pipe underground. So I'll keep you posted on how the digging goes. I'm going to backfill this pit. I chopped down one limb that I didn't like, it was in my way. And then today I'm going to start Operation Don't Kill Yourself. There's another limb I didn't like, which is here. This one. It's about 6-inch diameter going back to the trunk, and it's right over my son, so I think if I can get that one, either that one's coming down or I'll come down. So Operation Don't Die is go up 20 feet on an extension ladder with a chainsaw and hack that thing down. And safety first. Got goggles? Kids, if you try this, just use a bungee to secure the ladder so you don't end up on your butt. But I will try to... Oh, and I didn't up my life insurance either. Darn. So, I'll try to document this in case I do die.
Round 2, fight!
saw it happen. It was almost curtains for me. This limb came down, but it tried to swipe out my ladder. I had my ladder pinned at the bottom and bungeed at the top, so safety first, kids. We did it. So we did it. Success. Nice clean cut. Trim some things up. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes intact. Don't need to re-up my life insurance. But I got a disaster area of a job site here. Still got this stump to pull up. I've got a huge boneyard of clippings. Another day of work to chop all this stuff up, get rid of it. So I've done construction for many years, and it's just amazing how long it takes to do this stuff to start the job. And we haven't even started a structure. It's all just like prep work here. I did, when I was up in the tree dangling, I did see something that I was looking for that I need, which is power. And I remember I had put power, at least an empty conduit, out here when we were doing landscaping. And cool, I've got low voltage and I've got 120 conduit there. So I forgot about that. Cool. So we are going to have light and power. It's coming inside. Let's go check on the mutt. Hey, you pup. Hey, you pup. Chillin'? You ready to have some peppers from the greenhouse? Ready for some tomatoes? Yeah. That's gonna be good, Want some tomatoes? Want some salsa? We do. So after wailing on that stump for several umpteen hours, just called it in, threw in the towel. Chainsaw was not operational because of dull blade, so I went online and found this Harbor Freight Special chain sharpener, and I engineered it onto my sawhorse. So we'll get to sharpening a couple chains here, see if I can't cut this stump out of the ground. I'm using today to clean up this rock pile. So I found a quarry that will take a load. I'm probably way under the minimum weight, but it's like 20 bucks. And it's a struggle. They don't take anything dirty, so I've been hosing all these boulders off. I just don't want these. I don't want to put them back into the soil. I'll just pick up some new soil. So it's been a rocky day. Probably got another load, 2 loads maybe. So we're making seed trays, starting seeds. Each of the girls has lettered and numbered so we can keep a record of what we're growing. Huh, Alyssa? Are yours going to grow really good? Naomi's are going to be awesome. Moving on to my water line. I was able to find this line here that I'm going to capture and feed to the greenhouse. But first I had to trench all along the backyard and actually follow the electrical line underground. So as you can see, this trench is not straight. So enter my pipe bending tool here. PVC heater slash pipe bender. And it's an amazing tool. It actually makes the PVC like pliable and bendable. So of course when I went to try to use the tool, first thing plugged it in and was testing it and unplugged it and lost my power cord. And Amazon Prime saved my butt. Was able to get another cord, 14 gauge cord that I needed in basically a day. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, that's my plug. I held out for years and finally gave in. So I'll show you. I already have this junction box disassembled, so I'll show you what little bonus tutorial here, how to fix a power cord.